Praise God. Today we're continuing chapter 23, and here the word of God says, "And Sarah was 107 and 20 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah. And Sarah died in Kirith Jaraba, the same in Hebron in the land of Canaan. And Abram came to mourn for Sarah and weep for her. And Abram stood up before his dead and spoke unto the sons of it, saying, I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. And the children of faith answered Abraham, saying unto him, Hear us, my Lord, thou art a mighty prince among us. In the choice of our sepulchres bury the dead. None of us shall withhold thee his sepulchre, but thou mayst bury the dead." We see that Abraham was blessed. He had everything that God had provided. He had blessed him in abundance. God had really blessed Abraham, and they considered him a prince. Therefore, and when Sarah died, he asked for a portion of land, and they said, Please, you can take anywhere that you want. And he communed with them, saying, If it be in your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat me for Ephron the son of Zohar, that he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he hath, which is in the end of his field, for as much money as it worth, he shall give it to me for a possession of a burying place among his children. And Ephron dwelt among the children of faith, and Ephron the Hittite answered Abraham in the audience of the children of faith, even of all that went at the gate of his city, saying, Nay, my Lord, hear me. The field I give thee, and the cave that is there, I give it to thee in the presence of the sons of my people. I give it to thee. Bury thy dead. And Abraham bowed down himself and the people before the people of the land. And he spoke unto Ephron in the audience of the people of the land, saying, If thou wilt give it, I pray, hear me. I'll give thee money for the field, and take it of me, and bury my dead there. And Ephron answered Abraham unto him, My Lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is what betwixt me and thee? Bury therefore thy dead. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron, and Abraham went to Ephron the silver which he had named in the audience of his sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money, with the merchant. And in the field of Ephron, which was in Machpelah, which was before Mamre, the field and the cave which was therein, and all the trees that were in the field, they were in the borders round about, were made sure. And unto Abraham for a possession in the presence of the children of Heth, before all that went in the gate of the city. And after all this, Abraham buried Sarah his wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah, before Mamre, the same is Hebron in the land of Canaan. And in the field of the cave that therein were made sure unto Abraham for a possession of burying the place by the sons of faith. Now we see the end of Sarah. She died, and Abraham mourned. And we see the main thing here, that he went toward to entreat to Ephron, son of Zohar, in order to find a burying place. And therefore we see him negotiating. We see him trying as much as possible not to be given for free. Though he was mighty, though he was wealthy, at the end of the day, Abraham did what was required of him, and that was burying his dead. And at this end, we see that this is the end of Sarah. We see that God blessed her. God remembered her, opened her womb, gave her a miracle, and at the end of the day, it was something beautiful. It is a life well lived. And we see Abraham tried everything. Though he was a prince among the people, he did what is right. And verses 4, he says, I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. We can see that in this, we only put it in a spiritual perspective. We see that Abraham desired, and as we have seen earlier in the last chapter, that he desired more a land, or in the book of Hebrews, that he desired more a land that is seen, that is in the spiritual realm, more than the physical one. So as we are sojourners and Christians in this land, let us know that death is just a gateway into the next. As long as we live righteous before God, as long as we continue being in the presence, as long as we live always in the will of God, we are going to see his faithfulness. And That is it for today. We will meet in the next chapter. God bless you. Shalom.